Well, the Parramatta Eels salary cap probe includes tax department having a look at them, police maybe investigating, the five sacked board directors. It's all incredible. We can't get our head around it, but one man who does know all about it is Josh Massoud, Channel 7's chief rugby league reporter. Morning, Josh.
Morning, guys.
Mate, where's it at the moment?
Yeah, well, there's been a few board meetings behind the scenes with Parramatta. They're just trying to get their response together for the NRL breach notice. A lot of speculation and rumour, actually, guys, yesterday down here in Sydney, that the board members would actually fall on their sword and that the NRL would bring a very senior and experienced official in to run the club. That didn't come to fruition yesterday, but still a close watch on that. I spoke to the Eels barrister last night. He says it's business as normal. They're still digging their heels in, and we won't hear anything more on this penalty, whether the NRL will change it or make it even more severe until mid-June.
Hey, Josh, so in the tapes, in these secret board meeting tapes, there are rumours that they were talking about other clubs. I know that you've had a look at the transcript. So is this going to widen out to some other clubs because the board...
Like the Roosters?
Because they were talking about other clubs inside these tapes?
Oh, I doubt that. I mean, that's scuttlebutt. I think it's accepted. You should look at the salary cap, right? Like the speed limit. Yeah. It's at 7 million, and let's say that equates to a 100-kilometre speed limit.
Yeah.
Everyone does 120, right? And that's kind of accepted. So everyone spends around 8 million. Okay. And the NRL, I think, kind of turns a bit of a blind eye to it unless they're on a blitz or a long weekend double demerit blitz like the cops are.
Yeah.
Or unless they get a tip-off that someone is really going over the limit in a brazen way, like Parramatta did. They were hurtling down the freeway, guys, with their feet out the window. They were doing it in such a brazen way that they had to be picked up. But unless there's solid evidence that other clubs are doing, the NRL have only a tiny investigative team. They've only got about 3 people in there, so they don't actually uncover their own rorts. They always rely on a whistleblower with firm evidence to do that. So I can't see that happening.
Josh, some of these player managers, they seem to be the rats in all this. Why don't they ever get caught?
In the Melbourne Storm episode 6 years ago, 3 player agents were put out for 12 months.
Oh, righto.
And in this episode, there's probably at least 3, if not more, who are under the gun. But the interesting thing, guys, is that one of them at least has a very, very, very close relationship with the new NRL CEO, Todd Greenberg. They actually went on family holidays together. They worked together. And he's involved in it. That's going to be a massive test. The Rugby League media is watching Todd Greenberg very closely to see how objectively he prosecutes this.
Ooh,
and Jarryd Hayne, can we quickly ask, I hear they're making room for him to come back to Para.
I'd find that really hard to believe. 1, because they just don't have the room, and 2, because I think there were sections of Parramatta that were actually happy to see him go in a way.
Right.
Jarryd Hayne, culturally, is not the greatest thing for your club. He's the ultimate individual athlete. He trained when he wanted to train. He refused to do certain weights and field drills. He wasn't a great example for the younger players. And let's remember this, guys. If Jarryd Hayne is the so-called greatest rugby league player to ever lace on a boot, well, then why the hell did Parramatta win 2 wooden spoons and finish 13th and 11th the other years that he played for them?
Well, I blame Nathan Hindmarsh. So Josh Massoud from Channel 7, Channel 7's chief rugby league reporter, always got the scoops, mate. Thanks for your time.
No worries, guys, anytime.